Hi, my name is Marvin McKenzie, and I'm coming to you right now to give you a product review of this yard machine self-propelled lawnmower that I purchased at Home Depot June this summer, first part of June of this summer. And so I kind of wanted to show you some good, bad, the good and the bad about it. By the way, I just show you that once again, I paid $249 for it in June when I purchased it. And uh, so first of all, kind of let me tell you the good about this thing. Let me kind of talk to you about the good that about it. And I want to show it like this. So first of all, the good. Number one, starts every time. Haven't had any difficulty with that. It starts every time. Everything looks like it works well. It's easy to use and all of that, and it has been very sufficient for mowing my lawn. This year has not, to be honest, has not been one of the top mowing seasons we've had. It was so dry during the summer that my grass basically just kind of died pretty early in the summer. What you see mowing in this little clip was just a week ago, and now that the fall's come, we've had a little bit of rain, and it's cooled down some. I've got some grass growing up a little bit, so I thought I needed to trim it down a bit before it starts to freeze. But as I said, it starts every time, runs every time, and have had no problems with it in those ways whatsoever. It's very convenient to use. The Where the handles are, it's got a handle. You've got one safety handle that to start it with, and another one that runs the self-propelled. Both of them are right there where you'd put your hands on the bar to push the mower. So it's real simple to use in that way. Um, no complaints as far as that. Like I say, I paid $249 for it. That's a pretty good chunk, at least in my opinion, for a mower. That's a pretty good chunk of money for me personally to pay. As far as the bad, so some of the bad, and when I say bad, I don't mean it in a terrible way, because I'd buy this mower again without any question. I'd buy it again. No regrets about buying it whatsoever. But there are some things a person needs to know about. Number one, the motor is not. I mean, it's just barely sufficient. You probably heard it dogging down, the motor dogging down in this grass, and to be honest, right there where I'm mowing in this spot is right next to my garden. That's kind of why the grass was growing up a little bit there, a little bit more, but right next to my garden, and that is where my grass gets the thickest, and it is the most difficult to mow in there. So it is pretty heavy, pretty thick in there, but as you can see, the grass is dead all around this section, and the motor was dogging down. So it's one of those things you don't want to let your grass get, you don't want to let it go, or this lawn machine is going to have some difficulty with it. Another negative, you see the grass catcher. Now I have all of my life kind of resisted grass catchers. We had them, had when I was a kid. Mom and dad would have lawnmowers with grass catchers, and since I've been an adult, I've always resisted grass catchers, and primarily because they're a pain in the neck. They fill up so fast. It seems like you spend all of your time dumping the grass catcher, and so I just usually I try to get a mower that is a mulching mower. By the way, this one does have a mulching feature. If you don't put the bag on there, the grass catcher bag on there, it does a mulching feature. And so that's what I've always done in the past, is just got to use the mulching feature, got one that did mulching and done that instead of the grass catcher. I decided this year to use the bag um, because I could feed that way. I could feed this grass to my horses a little bit and kind of save on a bale of hay once in a while. Uh, but it is so small. The grass catching bag is so small that, as I said, you're constantly stopping to empty it, just constant. Especially once the grass gets like it is tall here, in this little clip, you're constantly having to deal with that and clean the bag out. The other thing, it's self-propelled, and that's the first time I've ever gotten a self-propelled one too. I've got about a third of an acre that I mow, and I've had riding lawnmowers to do it and all that over the years. And I've just gotten to a place where I've stopped doing that. My last mower was yard machine as well, but it was not self-propelled. It was just you push it. About the same size. Everything else was about comparable. It didn't have the grass catcher, but it was the same size of motor, same size of platform, and all of that. And I'm just 57 years old. I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get that self-propelled to kind of just give me a little bit extra while I'm doing this work. It's about 3 miles. I've figured out with a GPS on my phone. To mow my lawn is about a 3-mile walk. Anyway, so I got that. Now I will tell you that because the self-propelled is in the front, I realize why it's in the front. It makes it where you can push up on the handle or push on your bar and pick those wheels up, and the drive is gone, and it's easier to turn and those kind of things. So I know why it's up there, but it's light enough up in the front that there really isn't a whole lot of catch, so the traction isn't super good. It does pull, it does help you to propel the lawnmower, but it's not like it's got such traction that it's really just taking off and doing the job for you. Not at all. The other thing is it only has one speed. The self-propelled only has one speed, and it's slower than I like to walk. So it forces me to walk in a slower, to mow very slowly, or more slowly than I would typically do it. That might be good for the grass instead of trying to race and get it done, to go this certain speed. But it is a little bit of an issue to me, where I'd like to be able to go a little bit quicker than that. So yard machine self-propelled lawnmower I purchased from Home Depot back in June. I would buy it again. It has features. It works very trustworthy. It does what I need it to do. I'd buy it again without any hesitation. No regrets about buying it. No regrets of buying it at the price that I paid. But it does have some limitations that a person ought to know about. So I'm Marvin McKenzie, and I want to encourage you, if you would, to consider going to my Doobly.com website and signing up to make purchases at stores like Home Depot and Lowe's and other stores where you can get 7.8% cash back. So I bought this lawnmower for $249, and I've received back from Home Depot 7.8% of that, 8% of that. And if you'll do it if you'll sign up through the link that I've got on the screen here, Doobly Church Anita, bit.ly Doobly Church Anita. If you'll sign up through there, you'll also, not only will you get the 8% cash back if you get a VIP membership, but you'll also be helping the church that I pastor. 30 cents for every dollar you get back in cash rebates, our church will get an additional 30 cents that we can use to help finance and fund our teen ministries and the Christian school that we have. So Marvin McKenzie from Bible Baptist Church in Puyallup, Washington. Thank you for watching the video.